so much, but quite frankly, I don't think people take it as seriously as they should, and that is AI. Um, and AI has, since its introduction into the marketplace, it's just made huge leaps and bounds. But what most people don't realize is it's been in development, in serious development, for 40 years. Billions of people are using it a day. It gets really sophisticated really fast across cultures, and it is going to radically change our landscape in the next 5 years. A lot of jobs that are done today simply aren't going to exist in 5 years.
Yeah, that's so. What makes you happiest about this, and then what makes you saddest, and what scares you the most?
So the happy thing to me is it's called artificial intelligence, and I really wish that they would rename it to assistive intelligence. I use it as an assistant, and it's an assistant that I have to train, I have to correct, I have to review what the assistant gives me. And as long as you interact with this artificial intelligence platform, whichever one you want to talk about, in that capacity, it makes me very happy because it lets me get easily 200 to 300% more done a day than I do without it. Saddest is that I do believe, even though I'm telling you where it's going to go in 5 years or so, I think it's oversold today. But you're starting to see AI in everything. And AI certainly has its place. It has its place in a lot of devices. You know, some of the things that we might talk about, like lawnmowers, that were introduced at CES this year. You roll the lawnmower out, it gets the weather forecast, and it might say, you know what, I'm going to put off mowing the lawn until 3 o'clock because it's supposed to rain.
That sounds like I used to do, but I just put it off for a couple of days.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't go back out to do it.
Yeah, right.
and you might say, hey, there's HOA rules that only allow us to mow, between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock in the morning, and we can't do it on Sundays. That's off limits. So it could ask you some questions like that, and it could learn. And then, by the way, if it happens to be mowing your lawn for you and it's geo-fenced, because it will do that, and it finds something peculiar in your yard that you weren't expecting, well, not only will it document it, it'll mow around it, and, if it could do something to take care of the situation, it will, but otherwise, at least it notifies you there's a problem. Now, for remote homeowners, this is great, because after it mows your lawn, it goes back and parks in the recharging station, and it's ready to go again.
Hey, all right, so what is the scariest thing to you about AI going forward?
The scariest thing to me about AI is when it gets into certain applications that it shouldn't be in, and that there's nobody checking it or verifying it. For people that don't, but now with smart cars, you're getting those messages because it knows your route. In fact, I've got a 2026 model now, and I don't even have to tell it when I'm heading home. It knows. It updates the route if there's any problems, and it gives me my ETA. So now when my wife calls and says, when are you going to be home? I could say 13 minutes. But we are going to see traffic lights get smaller or be removed overall. And that's where we're going to start to see technology migrated into vehicles that are predictive as cars enter intersections. They know what cars are coming what direction, and literally they're going to thread those cars together. And so if you happen to think about traffic moving without having to stop, it changes fuel mileage issues, pollution, gets you from your point A to point B more quickly. But I'll tell you what, first time we do that, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to look.
We are going to see driver-based cars go away. And a lot of people don't believe that, but it's the insurance companies that are pushing it. They are 100 times better at driving and having fewer accidents than the best human that they can compare to. Now, you tell me what that does to insurance companies and everything else. It will be here.
But to me, insurance companies then should charge 100 times less, but they won't.
Exactly.
Because I don't know why they're mouthing off, because they make a fortune charging people all sorts of rates. When like if my neighbor has a wreck, I get charged more. That kind of thing.
That's exactly right.
So to me, they better be careful what they wish for. They're going to do that FAFO kind of stuff, and they're going to be out of business when no one's having any wrecks.
In addition to that, what we're going to start to see is shared vehicle services, where when you want to go somewhere, it shows up and takes you there, and then it